It's day 6 of 14 days talking about Katherine of Aragon, and today we're thinking about Katherine's marriage to Henry VIII and their coronation. Henry VII died on the 21st of April 1509, and the new king said that he wanted to marry Katherine of Aragon and he wanted to marry her quickly. Negotiations had been going on for years as to whether she will, whether she won't marry the young Henry. He's finally making it happen, and within 6 weeks of his father's death, they do marry. So on the 11th of June 1509, they have a small, very private wedding. He was around 18, she was 23. Like I said, it was a small private wedding with very few guests because the intention was really for the coronation to be the big party. Katherine wore white and wore her hair loosely in the manner of a virgin bride. Coronation was on mid of June at Westminster Abbey, but the day before we had the traditional pre-coronation progress through London so that everybody could come and see the couple, and again full of pageantry and symbolism. So we had the priests with their swinging silver smoking censers, and women dressed in white symbolising virginity standing by. And apparently at some point there was a brief downpour and Katherine had to take shelter, and that was considered by some to be a bad omen. And she rode through with the white horses, and she was wearing white, and she had jewels in a coronet, so quite a sight to behold. A lot of money was spent on this coronation. £1,500 was spent on her alone for the coronation, and that's 3 times what was spent on her wedding, and only £200 less than was spent on Henry himself. She had a gold crown with sapphires, and she had a golden sceptre with a dove on the top. And all sorts of rich fabric was bought. They laid a carpet outside of Westminster Abbey, but that was torn to shreds by onlookers who wanted to take a little piece of it as a like a piece of memorabilia. So it was all lush when they went in, but it was kind of all ragged when they came back out again. Lots of money spent on cloth and brand new livery, like uniforms for her household of crimson velvet. Of course, there was a big feast. Katherine commented that all that seemed to really happen here was constant feasting. And one chronicler described the feast as being, even better than Caesar would have had. And apparently there was so many different types of food, he didn't even know how to describe it. And it's noted that at this time, a new French cook appears in the record books. So some probably interesting and new cuisine for everybody to try. Sitting at the head of the banquet table, we had Henry obviously in the middle, and Katherine was sitting there, and as was the Archbishop of Canterbury, and apparently 2 of her ladies sat at her feet, possibly even under the table, ready to assist her in any manner, to sort of jump up with a napkin should she need it. And theatrics were obviously part of this banquet. After the second course, straight away we have some sort of Arthurian-y night themed theatrics going on, and this would obviously continue throughout tournaments and things like that. We know that Henry was very keen on a bit of Arthurian legend and a bit of chivalry. Now, with Elizabeth of York gone, Margaret Beaufort is also gone at this time, Katherine now remains kind of the only leading queen figure in England. So we leave her at this point after a coronation in quite a good place after years and years of hardship. So I will see you tomorrow for day 7, when we're going to think about those early first few years of marriage. See you then.